Hey everybody, this is Stacy Johnson with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services, and in this video we are going to go over a new detail explanation of the architectural set. We do this every so often, but based on questions that I'm asked, always want to go and refresh. So this is a full refresh of the architectural set. So what we're looking at right here, this is a project that's from the ground up. So anytime we have a project from the ground up, we have quite a few different sets, and there are various sets within the full set if we have a project from the ground up. A lot of projects are just renovations, so they would include typically, well, if it's a kitchen, it's going to have a kitchen set, but not so detailed. Maybe one sheet. But from the ground up, we have the civil, structural, architectural, plumbing, all the MEPs, the plumbing, mechanical, electrical, and this has a kitchen, so it has a full different kitchen set because it's a restaurant. Those are some of the most difficult to bid depending on the trade, especially if it's electrical. A lot of details in a kitchen. But the architectural set is basically everything that goes in and on the building once the building's been constructed. So once the building's been constructed, basically is once the structural set is finished, then we get into the architectural set. Okay, and so in the architectural set we have the floor plan, and it's going to give us a 3D view, which is like a view of once it's finished, and we'll go over each of the sets in detail. So we have the floor plan. The floor plan is basically all of the new walls that are going to be built, even though it's called a floor plan. Okay. Dimension plan is the same as the floor plan, but it has a lot of dimensions, maybe not as many symbols, but it has a lot of dimensions or a lot of measurements on it for each of the segments of walls and everything. In the event that the contractor doesn't have a good measuring tool, you can use the dimension plan to guesstimate lengths of walls. So that's good. Okay, so we have the roof plan, and on the architectural set, the roof plan is all of the new roof finishes. So if it's a metal roof, membrane roofing, usually those are the types we have in commercial. Membrane, metal, that's about it, especially lately. And we have the elevations, and so we have a separate video that goes in detail on all of the views, and so I recommend getting that one. Go to our modules set, and there's no charge for that one, okay, because that's vital. And no matter which of the plans you look through, you need to be able to go through the elevations, and there are 4 different different views. Okay, there are 4 different views, and that video clears it up. And let's just quickly say there's a plan view, which is the view from above. Once we get the plan view, we'll go into the section view, and typically a section view is going to take us to a detail view, and then we end up at elevation views. And so exterior elevations are the view as if you're standing outside the building and what the building will look like once it's finished. Okay. Opening schedule, that's a new way of putting, I believe that's the door schedule, so we're going to look at that. Reflective ceiling plan is all of the new ceilings, so drywall ceilings, acoustical ceilings, if there are any kind of like tongue and groove ceilings, that kind of stuff, or if it's open ceiling, it's all the new ceiling construction. Like the floor plan is all the new walls, well, the reflective ceiling plan is all of the new ceiling finishes. And remember that the architectural set we're talking about all finishes. Okay, and finishes, that's its own specification. So we go to the finishes, and then we can find paint, we can find drywall even in the finishes specification. So everything here will be in that, but roofing will be in the thermal moisture specification. And so that's why it's so vital to be able to navigate through the specifications, know off the top of your head which is your spec, so you can go to that first, review those, and know exactly what you have to do with respect to your scope of work. And for the project manager, that's even more vital. You have to know how to read through all the specs to know what to look for on an estimate for each of the trades. And so that's very, very important. So, all right, so elevations, open schedule, reflective ceiling plan, building section. Yeah, we're going to cut the section in half and show you that view. So that's another one of the views. So we have building sections, and we also have wall sections. So yeah, we're going to cut a wall at a section and show you how the wall is built. That's the purpose of the wall section. The building section, the purpose of that is to show you how the wall, the building is built, and how the walls are broken down along a section of the whole building. And then the wall sections are vital for wall construction. And the details, that's another one of the views. Okay, so very important to know how to navigate from plan view to section view to detail view to elevation view. Okay, interior elevations are what the walls will look like inside when we're finished. So that elevation view is always that view that tells us what something looks like once it's finished. Okay, and so in this module, we're going to go through each of these sheets in detail to show you what to look for, what contractor will need that information. Okay, and this is our introduction to that. And so if this is something you want to brush up on or whatever, make sure you subscribe, you join, you hit the bell notification. I would love to be able to teach you as well. And the finish plan, what's the finish plan? That's where the paint's going, which walls have which paint, which ceilings have which paint, crown molding, that kind of stuff. Okay, and so make sure you join us here every day with the Construction Queen and through any of our modules. We will see you very soon.